Hi, this is Kevin Paul, Psychic and Medium. Join me on one of my Mystical Quickies. Today we're going to get an exclusive look on the grounds and gardens of the White House in Washington, D.C. And our topic today is going to be the mystery of intuition. Come on, let's go. So join me for a quickie, an adventure, chat, and lesson. Welcome to the White House Spring Garden Tour. Believe it or not, I received a special invitation by the President of the United States and the First Lady, Dr. Jill Biden, to attend this annual affair. The White House is a piece of living history, unrivaled in its influence and recognized around the world. The White House grounds are the oldest continually maintained landscape in the United States and have been created to give the impression of a rural landscape right here in the heart of the city. The grounds house a lot of famous things, like a landing patch for the President's helicopter called Marine One, commemorative trees planted by most presidents, the Rose Garden where the presidential announcements are celebrated, the White House kitchen garden of organic vegetables, and even honeybee hives. The White House's first resident, John Adams, requested that a vegetable garden be planted before his arrival in 1800, but he was voted out of office before it was created. But it was the second resident, Thomas Jefferson, who made plans for planting trees and establishing the winding paths through the yard which featured American plants. On August the 24th, 1814, during the War of 1812 between the United States and England, British troops entered Washington, D.C. and burned the White House in retaliation for the American attack on the city of York in Ontario, Canada in June 1813. While it took 10 years to build the White House, the post-fire restoration took about 3 years to make the mansion habitable again. During the 19th century, the White House's north grounds were open every day for tourists and individuals with appointments to walk directly up to the White House, while the south grounds were a bit more private and open to the public for weekly concerts. Over the years, the White House landscape and interior has changed, with each president providing their own special touches here and there. For example, President Andrew Jackson created a hothouse for citrus fruit trees. Presidents Grant and Hayes created conservatories which included rose houses, a camellia house, orchid houses, and a palm court for tropical plants. President Ulysses S. Grant had the large round fountains installed in the front and the back of the White House. President Rutherford Hayes started the Easter Monday tradition of children rolling eggs on the South Lawn in 1878. President Theodore Roosevelt added a tennis court. President Franklin Roosevelt had an indoor pool installed in 1933 to practice his physical therapy exercises. President Nixon had a one-lane bowling alley installed in the basement of the White House under the north portico. President Ford had an outdoor pool and a cabana built. President Obama had a tennis court adapted for full-court basketball games. The First Lady Michelle Obama planted the White House kitchen garden. First Lady Melania Trump updated the White House Rose Garden and improved accessibility for the disabled, as well as created a tennis pavilion. And Jill Biden added a floral cutting garden. The two formal gardens are on the grounds, the Rose Garden between the residence and the West Wing, and the Jackie Kennedy Garden located between the residence and the East Wing. So welcome to the People's House. here in Washington, D.C. Today's topic is the mystery of intuition. So what is intuition? People have referred to it as a gut feeling, or they just knew something. Well, believe it or not, it's a psychic ability, and it's clairsentience or claircognizance. Clairsentience, that's that gut feeling. Claircognizance is just gathering information by just knowing it. So intuition is a real thing, and many people have used it. Many people are aware of it. But don't we all want to know how to increase it and to understand it better? So how do you become more intuitive? How do you improve it? Here are my recommendations. Number one, you have to have the intention. You've got to want to be able to become more intuitive. Number two, you've got to ask the universe, ask God, just put it out there. Saying, I want to be more open to it. I want to become more intuitive. And number three, you've got to practice it. And when you're practicing it, you have to assess it afterwards. So the question is, was it an accurate feeling? Was it accurate information when you received something? That's when you go back, was that the right hunch? Yes, it was. I absolutely got that information in advance. And the second thing you have to do is, how did I receive that? How did I receive that information? For me, it's a quiet reception of information. It's not a loud, booming, this is what's going to happen, or be careful. For me, true intuition is a quiet reception or a quiet gathering of information. So for you, you have to assess it when you receive accurate information. How did it feel to you? How did you gather it? Did you just know it? Was it quiet? And typically it's going to be quiet rather than booming. How did that feel for you? So you really have to assess when you gather information, how did you receive it? And then once you've got a sense of how you gather information, either clairsentiently or claircognizantly, then you need to practice it. Be open to it. When you get a hunch, see if it comes true. And then go back and say, how did I receive it? Oh, that's how it feels. That's the way I perceive it. So everyone is a bit intuitive, but you have to learn how you receive it. You receive it differently than somebody else, even within your own family. So practice, 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 and become better at it so that you can gather information and get a sense of the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever it is coming through, advanced information. Integrate it into your life to make your life better, to make your life more full, to open yourself up to gathering great information. It'll make your life fuller. It'll make you feel a bit more powerful. It'll allow you to understand some of the mysteries of the world, some of the mysteries that we have around us. You'll get advanced information. You can act on it if you need to. And it makes your life a lot more interesting, more fun, fuller. That's one way of kind of opening yourself up to the universe, as they say. Open yourself up to the abilities that you have inside of you. Intuition, that gut feel, that feeling or knowing. It's amazing. It happens all the time. Now learn how to do it on demand by opening yourself up, understanding how you receive the information, and then acting on it and celebrating the fact that you were able to get some advanced information. You're able to tap into that magical world. Make your life much more interesting, more fun. So I hope that you practice, get to know your intuition, and use it. And enjoy life even more. Thanks for listening. When I was taking a tour of the White House gardens, I kind of opened up to kind of get a sense of what was going on there. What did I pick up? I definitely picked up the sense of power, the sense of importance for those who live and work in that location. But I also got a sense of anxiety, which is fear, as well as joy. So it's a powerful place with powerful emotions. Great place to work, you would think, but such intense responsibility, and with that level of anxiety. People want to do a good job, and they realize the weight of what they are doing in that location. So thank you for watching. Look for more of my mystical quickies on any of my social media sites. Subscribe and get alerts from my YouTube channel. Follow me on my Facebook or Instagram pages. So until our next mystical quickie together, take care of yourself in mind, body, and spirit.